All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Lisa Partida with Home Again LA, and today's topic is going to be paycheck survival mode. So basically, our core mission is all about lifting you up. We know that navigating everyday expenses right now can feel incredibly overwhelming, and it's easy to feel isolated when your paycheck isn't stretching as far as it used to. So let's see here. We're gonna go on to it's gonna be a very, very short presentation, so feel free if you guys have any questions to interrupt. So basically, the first slide is going to be understanding paycheck survival, some factors behind financial strain. Basically, many individuals find themselves in paycheck survival mode due to high rent, escalating food prices, and unexpected emergencies. And these challenges can create ongoing financial stress and uncertainty for households. So before we get into solutions, let's just normalize what's going on. So what does paycheck survival mode actually mean? Basically, what it means is you're in a constant state of financial triage, where every single dollar is spoken for before it even hits your account. So many individuals and families find themselves in this exact cycle right now, and it is not a personal failure. We're all facing unprecedented systematic strain right now, with exceptionally high rents, escalating food prices, and grocery store. And the reality is that a single unexpected emergency, like a medical bill or a car repair, can throw your entire budget off. So, these challenges do create ongoing financial stress, anxiety, and feeling of deep uncertainty for households. And just acknowledging the reality is our starting point, because once we understand the factors causing the strain, we can start changing how we respond to them. All right, so the next one. So there's three survival questions. These are your essential: do I need it? Can it wait? Can I find it cheaper or free somewhere else? So let's see. To break the cycle of financial triage, we need a simple mental filter we can use before money ever leaves our pockets. So these are what we call the three survival questions, and they're essential inquiries designed to give you a moment of pause during every single spending decision. The first one, again, do I need it? This forces us to be brutally honest and assess the true necessity of the purchase in the now. And the second one, can it wait? If it's a valid need but not a true emergency, delaying that expense until your next paycheck can give you a little bit of a cushion and breathing room before it needs to be an immediate essential. And third, is there a free or cheaper alternative? So exploring community options or swaps allows us to satisfy our basic needs without straining our limited cash flow. And let's see here. Yeah, so I mean, those are the three main questions that you have to ask yourself. And I feel like I actually just went through this past 2 weeks ago. I was debating on buying a new hairbrush blow dryer. I caved in, unfortunately, but thankfully I found a cheaper option. So instead of buying one that was like 120 plus, I found one that was like $35. Let's see. So the next one is understanding your spending priorities. So when we fall into this cycle of survival, everything feels like an emergency, and trying to decide what to pay first can cause intense anxiety. To gain control, we have to strip our budget down to the absolute essentials. And you can group these into four core pillars. So the first one would be housing. This is your absolute priority because keeping a roof over our heads provides the baseline stability and peace of mind that you need to, that to know that everything's going to be fine. Um, the second one is going to be your utilities. I'm sorry. The second one is going to be food, obviously, which is vital for your daily health and energy and family well-being. Third, of course, is going to be the utilities, like keeping your power, water, gas, which keep your home running and livable. And then the fourth one, obviously, is going to be transportation, which is the engine that keeps us mobile, getting us to work safely so we can keep earning or getting from point A to point B. So these four categories take precedence over everything else, but knowing that what you prioritize is only half the battle. Next, we're going to take a look at the actual strategies that we can use to stretch every single dollar with these specific categories. Excuse me. All right. So now that we've established our four main pillars, let's talk about the practical how. How do we actually maximize our cash flow when things are incredibly tight? So first one is going to be your food priority. We can use two distinct strategies like smart food planning and food pantry resources. You can also start before you start spending a dollar at the grocery store, do a quick inventory check of what you have in the pantry or in your cupboards. Challenge yourself to meal prep around the ingredients you already have to reduce waste, and then plug the gaps by utilizing local food pantries for your staples before buying groceries. I'm sorry, guys. I got a tickle in my throat. So when it comes to bills and utilities, being proactive is going to be your superpower. With bill management and utility extensions, the golden rule is to communicate early and don't wait for that late notice or shut off warning. Because once you get to that point, it's very, very difficult to get out of it. But you have to make sure you're also like looking around the local resources. For example, here in the city of Burbank, we do offer assistance with like Project Share, for example, and then they also offer the Lifeline program for seniors. And they also provide the Burbank Utility Subsidy Service, which gives you like 14% off your bill. And then you can also, call SoCal Gas and find out about the CARE program. The CARE program gives you about 20% off of your gas bill as well. So there's like resources out there that you guys just need to kind of, call your utility company and find out about. Um, let's see. You can always negotiate the due dates or also come up with like a payment plan. Sometimes this, a lot of these companies, they do try to work with you. So long as you're within a reasonable balance, obviously, like something that's doable for you that you can pay off within 12 months or 24 months. And again, you can always lean on community assistance, always ask about low income utility discounts and the community resources. Programs do exist specifically to help ease this pressure, but you have to advocate for yourself and ask for what's available. All right. So always remember that small wins do matter. And as we're wrapping up the practical side of things, I want to step back and talk about the mindset of survival. Living under financial pressure is exhausting and it is incredibly easy to beat yourself up over what you couldn't do. But I want to remind you of something vital. Temporary survival mode is just the phase. It's not a permanent state and it does not define your future. You have the absolute capability of to transition beyond it. In this phase, every single small progress does count. Um, if you paid a bill this past week, that is a testament that you're doing your best and you're doing the hard work and excelling. So every small step towards all that contributes to your long-term stability. So if you successfully covered 1 week without a major crisis, celebrate that as a victory. And if you made just one call to a utility company for an assistance program today, recognize that as a huge win, and reaching out takes immense initiative and courage. And please give yourself some grace and acknowledge that you're doing the absolute best, and every single effort counts toward validating your own hard work. So this is how we maintain the emotional strength and keep moving forward. So yeah, basically just keep on going. If you guys have any questions regarding any programs that you guys might be interested in, feel free to email me. Um, You guys are not alone in this. If you guys do require additional resources, like I said, you guys can go ahead and email me here at lisa@homeagainla.org. I know it was a short and sweet presentation. If you guys have any questions, feel free to input them in the chat or feel free to unmute yourselves. All right. Okay, well, I guess we'll conclude this session for today. Thank you all for joining and thank you all for your attention. Have a wonderful evening.